Hello. Welcome to another cruiser inspection in World of Warships. And we're looking at the Bremen again. Bremen Part 2, buddy. The full concealment spec. No more lighthouse. And like I mentioned in yesterday's video, DW, I do think it's a bit better. I do think concealment is the move. Um, Overall, I say that as a very, very enthusiastic lighthouse cruiser enjoyer. I think it's for a couple of reasons. Like we mentioned, you don't have the extra heal on Hindenburg. You don't have the 27 nose and ass. You have 25. You have the worst shell arcs, and you most importantly don't shit giant damage into the BB, the usual suspects BBs that really fist you, like Vermont and Colombo. Um, and you can make use of your 12 km slow torp. So we are running full concealment Bremen, and we're losing out on, at most ranges about 18% DPM, which is, of course, leaving us somewhere around like 350k HE DPM, which is very cool. Very, very cool. The ship is crazy. I mean, it's crazy. I mentioned it. Lighthouse spec version, but like right here, we would be getting 10% more damage per shell with top grade gunner activated. So we're missing out on some DPM, but the DPM is so high. I'm in the camp, like I said, of the DPM being so high, you just don't need to buff it, and you can afford some survivability. And the ship isn't the most survivable when hard lit open water against certain boats. So the concealment allows me to push in a lot closer before I open up, and we are now pushing on this blocker. And I mean, God bless this man, dude. I have what, 3 times his DPM? I don't even know. Like, what is this man's HE DPM compared to Bremen's? Is it a third? I mean, he's just getting bullied, right? He's just absolutely getting fucking bullied. There's an NC beached on a rock. Very interesting stuff. I don't even think he's AFK in this game, if not mistaken. So we're a little more comfortable to dive an island because we can stay dark for a little bit longer. We do have very favorable matchmaker, though. We can draw your attention to that, right? Um, we pen Kansas and NC everywhere. We don't pen Valp everywhere. We don't pen Azumo everywhere. We don't pen Colombo everywhere. So, again, another lobby where Hindenburg's kind of like almost exactly as good as Bremen. Half the BBs it's better against, half the BBs it's worse against. But, of course, what did I say in the Lighthouse spec version? The boat is just a cruiser slammer, dude. It's just a cruiser butcher. I mean, my biggest gripe against it is I just hate what it can do to cruisers. Like this Blucker, dude. I mean, it's just I get it. He's a tier 9, okay. He's in a tier 9 cruiser. Alright. He did this to himself. I understand. But I mean, come on, dude. Like, what does he do? We've got 3 times his DPM. What does he do? Even this Napoli, like, bro, you ever thought you'd see the day where someone would say, yeah, Napoli, that dog shit boat is no chance into my boat? I don't know. But that's where we're at. I mean, because neither Hindenburg nor Bremen are going to Citadel Napoli, then we're just better off in Bremen, basically. We don't pen his 40 deck, sure. But that's really about the only meaningful difference. We're going to start backing up. We're on the rock. We're trying to be close enough to the rock that Colombo can't reliably arc us, but I want to be far away enough from the rock that I can farm over it. And we're just pumping the AP into this guy. I mean, you see like 8, 6k, 7k. He's even angled. He still takes 5. Like, it's crazy, obviously. He's perfectly angled, and he's still taking like 3,000 from AP. And these salvos are coming, every 4 seconds, right? And you notice I'm not even running top grade gunner. We're actually going like full into. We're like almost ignoring DPM. Might not be overall the move, but that's the build we're running with. And we've got these zoning torps, so we can launch them, and Napoli has to worry about them, which is really, really good, obviously. Now, unfortunately, this is going to be a bit of a frustrating game. Actually, I'm going to show you 2 exceedingly frustrating games in this video. As always, back-to-back replays, solo and randoms, just like yesterday with the Lighthouse. But, yeah, this is one of those lobbies where, like, if my carrier has a brain, we no shit farm 400k in this game. Now, what is my carrier doing? Well, he's going to the side of the map that is in a 4 versus 2, and ignoring the 3 ships that are just parked here and we need spotting, and we have no spotting. So it's very unfortunate. I go minutes at a time this game without being able to farm, despite there's like enough farming damage on this flank for me to like already could have farmed 100k. I mean, that might sound crazy, but this ship farms so fast that it's not crazy. I mean, we're not coping. Like, this ship with a ship like Colombo and Kansas spotted farming over an island, very reliably, we're gonna farm 100k in like 2 minutes on those guys. Like, not even joke. So unfortunately, we have to sprint out here. This was kind of the choice. Do I sprint out and let Colombo nuke me and fight 3 boats? Well, I kind of have to because my CV's a clown. So we jump out here and we now have to do the spotting for ourselves, but it's totally fine. We're gonna take out the Napoli here, right? No big deal. Colombo already shot, and I'm just sprinting straight away so we can get within 18 point whatever 1 km detect and go dark. So you see here I'm looking at the map, right? Drawing the line on the map to where Colombo is. So the theory is I go dark right around here. And he's well behind the island, but he's not. I keep staying spotted, so of course that tells me that someone came back. Turns out it was the Kansas, because this island doesn't really work properly. But he's still an HE purist and missing, so, really unfortunate. Full HP Colombo, full HP Kansas. They're just allowed to maneuver around and spawn for free, because our carrier would rather go support the flank that does not need assistance or spotting, and he's now going to end up hovering on the ship in the lobby with the only good AA on the entire enemy team. So that's not great. We're still going to have a crazy amount of damage. I mean, it's going to be like one of those things where it's like, really? You're bitching about low damage in this game? But yeah, I mean, this was like a no-shit 350 to 400k game with CV spotting. Again, going back to like what I was talking about in the Lighthouse video of how if you've got a teammate, then Lighthouse probably might be overall the move. But a game like this where I've got a spot for myself, which means I need to be able to disengage because I don't have support, right? Like, my team is fucked off middle. My Atago is on the flank, but like, what does Atago do into these boats, right? So again, we've got a flat broadside Colombo. We've got a million AP DPM at our disposal. We just need spotting. CV's going back for hover number 75 on the best AA ship in the game with fighter support. So I'm yet again just sitting on this rock, dick in my hand, CV refusing to spot. Just absolutely fucking outrageous amounts of damage on the table that we are not able to farm. It's kind of unfortunate, and like, given the amount of damage I'm gonna end up with this game, like, you'll see why I say it's just like a guaranteed 400k game with CV spotting. Because this Colombo just gets to like walk in for free again. He's just walking in for free. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But we've got Colombo. We've got him flat at 12. And, I've talked about how the AP pen isn't very good on this boat. And that is true. It is not very good. But flat side plating Colombo, we are going to pen that. And the DPM is crazy. 9k. And these salvos, unlike Hindenburg, are coming every sub 4 seconds, and we're not even running top grade gunner, right? So, I mean, he's angled, he takes 7k, right? Coming every 4 seconds. It's outrageous DPM. It's outrageous DPM, and you see there the amount of damage. We farmed, like, what, 60k in, less than 30 seconds on that Kansas and Colombo combined. Is why it's just really, really a shame. We could have been looking at back-to-back 300s, but it is what it is. And that's why, like, the DPM that Lighthouse affords you, that's why my take is, it's really worth if you're in a div. Got a DD scouting, you got a BB to keep BBs from rushing you. Might as well go Lighthouse spec, but solo and randoms, I do think Concealment is the move, because I've got to give myself spotting on BBs to farm them, and then I can't really I can't really do that against a lot of BBs if I have 18 kilometer detect. But if I have 13 kilometer detect, I can kind of afford to do that a little bit. So we're just trying to cycle the fires. I mean, you see like how fast the damage piles up against a ship you pen everywhere, something like Kansas. I mean, bro, Kansas into this boat. We talk about B babies, but like, if this guy made a Reddit post about how overpowered Bremen is, and it killed my battleship in like 2 seconds, I'm with him, honestly. Like, what do you do into this thing in a Kansas or a North Carolina? I mean, I get it, they're low tier, it's a suffering experience anyway, but like, it's not the end of the world to be farmed in your Kansas by like a Worcester, right? It's not the end of the world to be farmed in your Kansas by like a G-Nan. your lack of armor platings isn't a liability against a ship like this, right? Or like those. But against a ship like Bremen, it's just like, what do you do? If you're in a BB coded in 32 or 38, what do you fucking do, man? I mean, you're just outrageously cooked against this thing. And it's just overtuned, you know. I said it, you know, in the other, you know, this is a 10-minute game, not an arms race. I should be over 300k. I'm only under 300k because my CV's a moron, right? Like, I mean, imagine this game with the carrier dived with me and actually spotting for me, right? This is 350 to 400k Bremen game, guaranteed. Um, in a 10-minute, like that's my point. Like, this is a crazy amount of damage in 10 minutes, but it could be even higher. And it's only not higher because of the lack of team play that I've been given, right? Like, is that good game design that you can farm 350k in 10 minutes? Maybe. Year of the Cruiser, boys. 2026. I looked at the Chinese calendar. I saw a logo of Bremen. The animal of the month is Bremen. And I think it said Year of the Cruiser. So I'm underleading this guy. You know, we got a bit worse shell velocity than Hindi. So I'm underleading him a bit because I'm a dog, right? And I'm overleading. I'm underleading. You know, the trajectory. I'm underleading the lead. I'm overleading the aim point, right? So I mean, it's just like a skill issue masterclass, basically skill issue masterclass. But yeah, we farm like another 250k in a 10-minute game, and that's like very consistent. First 10 games in Bremen, averaging about 210,000 damage. Very cool. And not only am I averaging over 200k in this boat, but I'm averaging over 200k with multiple shitty games. Like, the 200k isn't like I'm clustering my results near 200k. I want to stress this, because this is a big deal. I am not averaging 200k in this boat because I'm averaging nearly 200,000 damage. I am averaging 200k in this boat because one game I get 90k on a shit stomp, and the next game I get 300. And then the next game I get 140k on a shit stomp, and the next game I get 300. And then the next game I get 90k on a shit stomp, and the next game I get 250. And then the next game I get 150 on a shit stomp, and the next game I get 280. That is why it's 200,000 damage. The only reason my average damage in this boat is 250 fucking thousand damage is because I'm getting blowout games where my team wins in 2 seconds or my team loses in 2 seconds. The damage output is fucking crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Now, maybe this will get people to play Hindenburg because Hindenburg damage output is also fucking crazy. I recently did a play until I lose ledge mod Lighthouse Hindenburg video, and I think we averaged about 200,000 in that one too. So, like Hindenburg, the ship just prints giant damage games. It still does. It is a little more matchmaker dependent than Hindenburg, a little bit, not crazy more. But like this game, we got the farm, right? I mean, North Carolina, Kansas, bro, 22 knot BB, we pen everywhere to 400k HEDPM. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's diabolical. Look at Hawaii though, putting in the work too. Clown cars on top. Year of the Cruiser. Yeah, baby, let's go. But it's way overtuned. It's way overtuned. Honestly, playing Lighthouse might be like the gentlemanly thing to do because you at least give the enemy team a fighting chance. When you go full detect, it's like really funny because you can dictate the fight. Like, you can have a Montana pushing in, you spot him at 14, you have 13.1 km detect Shion, and you know, turns his guns the wrong way and shoots, and then like you get a 30-second free farm, and brother, like it's half his boat is gone. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, Montana shoots with his guns the wrong way, half his boat is gone before he shoots back at you. And then you can like farm him, he shoots back. He missed me. Farm him, he shoots. Like, you kill Montana in 3 salvos. Like, you one heal him. This boat will one heal Montana. Because yeah, Montana overmatches nose and ass just like Hindi. And this thing is not super hard to hit just like Hindi. There's no material difference really when 406s shoot at this versus Hindenburg. But if the BB shooting those 406s is USN covered in 38 mil armor, this is just Hindenburg that kills you 50% faster. I get it. Fuck BBs. But I don't know. I think we just might have overtuned it just a little fucking bit. And we're in the very next game, and it's gonna be Frustration Station, buddy. We are on the worst map in the game. We are on Demon Horns, aka USN Hawaii, the map. But we are in Bremen. Bremen's also pretty good on this map, and we're pushing in, and we're on an arms race game. And now we're gonna go on a side tangent. Why is this the worst map in the game? Well, this is a 12v12 game in randoms most of the time. Matchmaker's kind of weird sometimes. Sometimes you get 9, sometimes you get 11. But it's a 12v12 game. It's theoretically a team play game. You're, theoretically multiple ships target one ship spots, one ship farms. Team play doesn't exist on this map. And we're going to lose because team play doesn't exist on this map. Well, we're going to have an incredibly bad team. Okay, number one. I'm going to have an incredibly bad team, but an incredibly good Shima player. See this guy? Hubs at 12. The man that you are. It's going to be me and Hubs against the world, and we're going to lose because this map is dog shit. So, spoiler alert. But it's going to be over 300k, so that's going to be pretty cool. And it's going to be... It would have been one of the greatest games of all time if we had 20 more seconds left at the end. So, it gives you a little insight into how this game ends. It's a heartbreaker. So, we're pushing in middle. This is, of course, BB Push the map. Battleship players love this map. And super floaty HE spamming cruisers love this map, and basically everyone else hates it. Open water gunboats unplayable, stealth torp boats unplayable, cross mappers unplayable. Great map, great game design, wargaming. Thank you very much for telling ChatGPT design me a map with 78 islands, and here we go, 78 islands coming up. Now we've got a Hayate just cooming in. He's cooming, and notice what my Shima is doing, guys. Noticing what my Shima Kaza is doing. He is not smoking. He's fanning out his torps. He's actually getting slightly closer to Ate, and he's now almost exactly 6 cam away. And he's kiting while not smoking. Why is he doing that? He's slowing down. Well, he's doing that because he wants to keep the Hayate spotted for him. Oh my god. What? A Dini who spots instead of smoking and griefing the spotting? Crazy. Anyway, boom. Insta first kill on Hayate. Mostly thanks to Shima. We do a tiny bit of damage. We steal a kill, obviously, right? So we're going to scoot over to the other flank. We're not going to be able to farm any of these guys because it's 78 Islands ChatGPT design. But we're going to start farming this Mecklenburg with spotter plane up. Shelf flight time's pretty shit at this kind of range, right? 15 seconds almost, 14 seconds plus. So he's pretty hard to hit. Hindenburg can pen his deck and his upper belt, so we'd much rather be in Hindenburg here. Better shelf flight time. Look at the non-pens, right? These are mostly pens in Hindenburg, because as you can see, the shells are falling on his upper belt and his deck, and not his superstructure. So, yet again, Hindenburg better. Not better against the DD, though. Obviously, this is much better against destroyers. So my Shima's now immediately going for the damage buff. I'm going to the west because I want to get shots in on this Hayate and this Z42. So we're pushing in, and we just go to push for free because this map is dog shit, basically. So we're pushing in. We're shooting at this guy over the island. We're missing every shell because he's very strangely maneuvering, and I'm bad. Truly a horrific dynamic duo. My Shima is... torping the Z42. That is the Hydra going, but not the Hayate 1 kilometer broadside to him. So, truly the duality of man on full display. We have Hubs 12, the GOAT in Shima number 1, and we have Kinky Jew, I think is his name. God bless. In Shima number 2, an absolute god and an absolute dog playing the same boat. So, we got one. We're 50-50. So now what's happened is we've lost the early DD trade. Now, we're not going to rant about how dog shit this map is too much. We're going to try. The reason why this map is dog shit, one of 8 reasons, is if you lose the early DD trade, you can't win the game. And the reason why you can't win the game is if you don't have multiple destroyers spotting, you'll never see anything coming. You can look at this map, right? If our Holland were to die on the 1 to 3 line, every single ship on the red team, and there's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 BBs on this flank, can relocate all the way from here, all the way down into our spawn, completely for free. This libtard, nobody's seen him in minutes. He's just randomly here. Why is he randomly here? Well, because we can't spot him. Why can't we spot him? Well, because my DD in the middle of the map died and their DDs didn't, so he's allowed to push for free. B-Baby the map. B-Baby and Hawaii the map. Truly, Battleship players in Hawaii is on top. Irresistible gets a Z42. Very confusing how he's even caught, but really, really good. So, okay. We are actually in a slight technical ship advantage, but we're about to get shit stomped because, again, all of these ships on their team are going to sprint down the side. So, we're sending out our zoning torps, which are very nice to have, to make this guy worry about torpedoes. Now, unfortunately, we have a nice little secondary interaction where, like, the enemy secondaries are always able to clear Mount fucking Everest, and your secondaries won't shoot a guy like flat broadside with a pebble on a beach blocking your line of sight. But, you know, it is what it is. So he's randomly farming secondaries over the mountain on me. It makes no logical sense that they can clear. But, you know, it is what it fucking is. I definitely didn't have a game the day of recording this commentary where my secondaries couldn't do what his are doing. So we're mauling a bit, but that's fine. We're going back. We lost our Holland on the flank, and now we're fucked. We're basically turbo cooked. Their entire team can now just shit stomp the flank because we have no spotting. Irresistible goes down, and now what do? Well, we lose the game. The game is over because this map prevents team play. This group of 7 ships can just gangbusters in, you know, Apex Legends style almost. You know, I didn't realize I was playing that game where you just 3v1 clown on everyone. But apparently we are on Devil Horns the map, or whatever the fuck this map is called. So we just have to permanently run away. Permanently run away. Unlike most maps where when you lose the flank, you can get some value out of kiting away from the flank, this is not one of those maps. So our entire team has to just simply run away. There's nothing that we can do over here. So I'm going to start running away. There's a Vermont on secret mission down the one line. There's an Aki. They both overmatch me, right? Now, I want to get farms in on this Hayate. We want to shoot him, so we're going to go flat to the Vermont to make sure that we take this guy out. We're going to blind fire just to make sure. We take him out. So, good. But Vermont's on the one line. Aki's got the crossfire. We have no spawning outside the CV. Now, you see the position of my carrier. He's totally safe. Trust. So we're going to start farming the Stalingrad. But the Vermont is a big problem. Now, what's very fascinating is I am running incoming fire alert. I just want you to be aware that I am running incoming fire alert on this build. It's not a bad skill. It's not a great skill. But I am running it. I confirmed when this game ended. I did, in fact, confirm when this game ended that I was running IFA. So, yeah, that is a Vermont salvo. Dev striking me. With me running incoming fire alert. So, I guess incoming fire alert doesn't work anymore. Good to know, Wargaming. So yeah, stay woke. Incoming fire alert doesn't actually work anymore. Now, it's possible that it never worked. But, however, that is the first time I've ever actually noticed it not working. So, good to know. Indeed, buddy. Good to know. So, there you go. Now we're kiting, which is really nice because, unlike Hindenburg, we can spam these torps, and people could actually theoretically hit them, right? I mean, 12 km torps, but they only go 50 knots. Even a ship as slow as Vermungus Chungus, you know, he's closing at 20 knots. We're sending torps at 50. So, you know, we're essentially almost adding like 40+% speed to our torps. Range to our torps, right? That makes sense, right? You know. So, you know, we could be torping him at 17 km, 16 km, and if he's sailing at us, he could hit the torp. So, I'm on 100,000 damage, and we've already lost the game. Like I said, the game's completely unwinnable because Demon Horns, the dogshit map that you are, is anti-team play. And my Shima's going to play his heart out, like I said earlier. I think I gave him like every comp I had for the day. And it's just not going to matter because we're on a dog shit map that punishes a team play. And if your DDs randomly win the Spurg trade at the beginning of the game, you can't recover the game. Unless you're in a BB and then you get to push for free. But if you're in a ship that requires spotting for you to damage ships, like, I don't know, a healthy Vermont that clicks me twice and I'm dead, yeah, I can't really do anything against that. So I'm on this rock, and I'm hoping that my carrier will spot. Now, my Shinano is on a secret mission. Um, he's, instead of going to the 10 line and showing his butt, showing his ass to every ship on the red team and living for free, no, he's actually sailing a bespoke, tailor-made, handcrafted, family artisanal pattern to go flat to every single ship on the red team. And he's going to end up dying and lose us the game. So that's very unlucky. But I'm just here. There's a Vermont and a Stalingrad inside my detection. If I come out of this island, right, you see where my Yamato is. If this Stalingrad is in G3, he spots me. Vermont spots me. So what do? Well, what we do is we hope that the Yamato has the intellect to just not go flat to both Vermont and Colombo, give me some spotting, and with the power of friendship, I will farm the Vermont and the Libtard and the Vermont and the Stalin and the Colombo into the Nether Realm, and they will be completely fucking cooked. But no, it is not what's going to happen. And there you see the Stalingrad has in fact monkey pushed like we thought he would. And so we are going to back up as fast as this little tugboat can go. But reload mod, ledge mod Vermont has like 30-second reload. Stalingrad shoots me, I get blessed. Vermont shoots me, I get blessed again. So we have been blessed. But unfortunately, my Yamato also was a member of the National Guild, shall we say, of going flat to every ship on red team. Much like my Shinano is. He's actually still flat. I mean, you see this, right? Like, he's literally been flat to the entire enemy team for 20 years. So instead of Yamato just literally kiting southeast and we kill Aki, we kill Colombo, we kill Vermont, we kill Libtard, we kill them all. We kill them all. It's a 400k game. Yet again, it's back-to-back 400k games, boys. Back-to-back 400k games with a competent carrier player. No, absolutely not. My Yamato goes flat to every ship one by one, and he's dead. Now we're pumping obscene DPM into the Aki. But despite aiming for his upper belt, the shells aren't going there. So it is what it is. We're up boat, and we have a carrier, so we win! Right? We have a carrier, so we win. And look at my Shima, dude. Look at him. He's on 3,000 HP, and he's hard lighting the Immelman. He's hard lighting Immelman and Libtard. And I'm stuck on this rock. My Yamato has killed himself, and my CV is sending planes the wrong way. And so I'm stuck on this rock, cringe farming Vermont with twin turrets, with my spotter plane being a busy little bee in the fucking sky. And this is my life now. This is my life on Devil Horns, the fucking map. Just fuck this map, dude. So if I come out, I'm dead in 2 shots, and he's 75,000 HP, right? So what I'm hoping is we kill Immelman and then we win, right? We kill Immelman and we guarantee win the game. We kill Immelman and Libertad. Look at the Libertad HP. We kill him and we kill his carrier. Guaranteed. For free, and we win the game. But no, my Shinano has beached flat to 3 boats. So, yes, we are going to kill the enemy carrier eventually. Yes, we are going to kill the Libertad eventually. But my Shinano has custom maneuvered to die. So, I'm stuck on this rock. I've got big #1 fan Vermont in my mouth. I mean, like, honestly, fair play. What he's doing is, like, the correct decision. He could have fucked off back to the middle cap like 2 minutes ago and let me come back in the game. So he's guaranteeing that I'm stuck AFK, right? So we get the Libtard. Montana goes down, which is totally fine. We're going to end up getting Ilmamin, but again, my Shinano has just like put himself in the only spot on the map where he does die for free. So he's going to die, and I'm stuck here. I need spotting on Vermont. I need to know what Vermont is doing. Does Vermont push me? Does Vermont go for A? Personally, if I'm this Vermont, given that Slav is going to die, I push me. Like, that's 100% what I do if I'm in this Vermont. Is I probably push the Bremen here. Okay, so we figured it out. He is leaving for A. So we're going to start moving forward a little bit. Because if Vermont can stay spotted, because we have a carrier and the red team doesn't, right? Oh no, but my Shinano is beached on a rock flat to Vermont at 15, so he suicides. So now that he suicides, we've got a 1 HP Slava, aka dead, and we've got a low HP Shima. It's me and Shima versus the world now. But we are on the worst map in the game. So what does Shima do? Can't spot for me. In any other map in the game, really, we can win this game, but we can't win this game because he cannot spot for me. So it's really sad, and this guy's gonna put on an effort, man. I mean, he's really gonna do everything you could hope for your Shima to do. I mean, he's gonna go grab a heal buff. He's gonna, he's going straight south. You see this, right? He's going straight south to try to get close enough to Vermont to spot. Try to get, if we look at the minimap, try to get the angle to spot Aki for me. I can't leave the rock until I know Vermont is gone. If I come out and Vermont is in my hard light, I am dead. No questions asked. So, we've got the farm, right? We've got the reset. So, right now, everything is okay. Right now, everything is okay. Shima's got the hard light on Aki, but he can't perma-hard light him because Aki is going to go forward. If Aki goes forward, Shima has to chase him. If he chases him, he's going to get too close. He's going to die, right? So, we're going for the resets on Aki. You get the reset on Aki. And, the Aki goes forward, so the Shima can't spot him. Okay, so now the Shima is going to go east. He's going to go east so he can hopefully spot Vermont for me. And I'm going to finally come out because, like, at this point, it's now or never, right? I mean, Vermont again kills me for free, but we're going to start pushing because maybe we can help Shima. So Aki's got planes. Shima's low HP. Is it a disaster, right? It's a complete fucking disaster. And the Aki is going to kill the Shima. There's just nothing he can do. I mean, there's really nothing he can do. But what does he do, guys? Look at the Shima. He waits until the last moment. He waits as long as he can. What does he do? Does he dump the torps instantly in panic? No, he does not. Not my goat. He holds the torps as long as he can. When he knows he's dead, when he knows the bombs are coming to kill him, he launches the torps and kills the Aki. But we don't have time. We do not have time. We're going to rush the cap. The Vermont is in the cap, but there's only 2.5 minutes left in the game. So at this point, it doesn't matter at all if I get on the cap. What matters is the Vermont dies because we're down on points. Even if Vermont left the cap right now, I would still lose, right? So Aki's got his planes back, and he's going to hover me. You know, unfortunately, they had 2 carriers, and we had none, basically. So he's going to hover me. But you notice the Vermont is not shooting, which is very interesting, right? Very, very interesting. Where could he have gone? Now, what he should be doing is he should be parked in the open near the close island. That's the move. That's all he has to do. If he's parked in the open near the close island, he sees me coming. He literally has like the same detect as me. And he shoots me twice and I'm dead. But he's going to be in a very, very interesting position, as you're about to notice. Extremely intriguing position. And we're pushing in, and there he is. He's there. Super fucking weird. So there's 2 turrets of Vermont for only 10k. Very big. We're perfectly angled now. 2 more turrets for another 16k. Okay, that's fine. Reload mod Vermont. Reload buff Vermont. It's fine. He is going to go kind of too flat, so we're going to switch the AP. But, I mean, I can't take out 70k HP. You know, maybe I could if I, like, was super, super lucky. Look at the damage I'm doing to him, though, right? The damage I'm doing to him is absolutely fucking crazy. But unfortunately, it's a Vermont, so he accelerates like a speed-boosting Clever, and he does get past in time. And now comes the tragedy, boys. We're well over 300k. We're going to lose in 45 seconds. So what do? Well, we're going to mind game him. We're going to torp to the right, and we're going to let him know. I'm going to deliberately reveal that I'm going for his other side. Because what he's scared of is that if he doesn't kill me in one shot, I can burst him down. So he doesn't want to take the fight with me anymore, right? Fair play. And so his spotter plane is up, and we're letting him know, right? We're hard committing telling him beyond any shadow of a doubt that we are sprinting to his ass side. And then the Torps are coming on his bow side. And we read him, boys. We read this man like a Dr. fucking Seuss book. And he is about to hit 3 triple damage buff Bremen Torps and die. And the game ends. Incredibly sad. Incredibly sad. My 400k robbed. Tragic. The man did all he could. I mean, he did all he could. Griefer Shinano, it is what it is, Basically our team ended up, I was talking about this when we streamed this game, but if you account for no win bonus, my top 4 players are actually better than red team's MVP. We legitimately had a better team, but because of the design of this map, if you lose, and this is a broad advice for playing on this dog shit map, you have to win the early game. This is one of the only maps in the game where if you go down like 2 DDs at the start, you literally cannot win. If you go down, if you lose like a 10% on your win condition in the first minute of the game, it's just GG Reds. You cannot bring the game back on this map. So something really important to keep in mind on this map is if you see a DD on your team like YOLO pushing a cap, what do you normally do, right? Normally in randoms on most maps, I say, let him die. Let him die. You can't on this map. Just can't. You have to monkey push with them. That's all there is to it. That's why we were sprinting at the Shima. That's why the second we killed the Hayate, we sprinted at the Hayate and Z. That's why our Shima torping the wrong target lost us the game, basically. Our Shima had 2 free kills and whiffed them, right? Our carrier suicided. If you're down, it's just so easy. If you let the red team have healthy BBs late game, and you don't have some material advantage on the map, you cannot win. There's just simply nothing I can do against a ship like Vermont on this map. You can't kite him and dodge. You have to play at close range, right? It's a BB, like I said, it's a BB player wet fever dream. When I play this map in Vermont, I just like, oh my god, I'm on Vermont on this map. It's outrageous. It is. Vermont, Libtard, Columbia, like, I just pick a BB. I mean, any battleship with like just any battleship. I mean, really any battleship or like any floaty shell arc cruiser. This map is a wet dream and everyone else is hating life. So, I mean, props to Hiroshima. The man really just did everything he possibly could. I mean, he got us the Hayate kill. He got us the CV kill. He got us the Libtar kill. He killed the Aki. Like, the man probably accounted for half the kills my team got. And then my damage accounted for like, he probably accounted for 5 kills. I probably accounted for 4. And then Petro accounted for the rest. Basically, it was. But I mean, like, you see by the base XP, like, even Slava put in the work, right? Like, again, we legitimately had a better team, a significantly better team. And then if you look at like the low tier players, like I said, 4 of our players better than their MVP. Even our lower tier players way better than their lower tier players, right? But it's the map, dude. It's the map. This is one of the. It plays different. You cannot play this like any other map. You have to monkey push. Like, you literally have to monkey push if your destroyers are monkey pushing. You don't really have a fucking choice because you can't bring games back on this map. If you're down to like what I mean, you saw that like 1 DD and a Bremen against Vermont and Aki, that's a free win. But no, it's not a free win because he can't spot for me. And he can't be a torpedo threat. It's hard to be a torpedo threat when a Vermont only has to cross 12 seconds of open ocean to get to the next island, right? So torp boats, pure dog shit. Open water gunboats, pure dog shit. Cross-mapping ships like Slava. I'm amazed he did as well as he could because it's one of the worst maps in the game to play in Slava. So like, honestly, props to like literally all 3 of these teammates. I mean, we had a team. But we sold the early DD trade, and that's it. That's game over. That's all there is to it. Let's hop back in the port, and we'll go over the build. Okay. Okay. Only difference this versus Lighthouse is concealment instead of steering. Captain, the only real difference is we're not putting 7 points on heavy HE and SAP and top grade gunner. Instead, 4 of those are going to concealment, and then Two of them are going to Demo Expert, which is kind of basically what we're doing is we're gaining the same fire starting that Top Grade Gunner would give me. But you could still run Top Grade Gunner by all means, right? I mean, as you can see, I'm running quite a few points. You know, you could put Demo and Gunfeeder and IFA on the Top Grade Gunner. Totally valid. Probably overall even better. As you saw, IFA bugged. News to me. But just didn't work that game for whatever fucking reason. Very interesting. But anyway, because I'm running the fires, then that I need kind of last stand, right? Need last stand, need eye in the sky, need these. So then that gives you these points to work with. I already mentioned that I really, really, really like the turret traverse because of how fast the reload is. Like, you don't want the DPM to go offline ever. So I'm definitely taking that. That gives me 3 points to work with. You know, what do we take for 3 points? You could take a Pack-a-Punch. I mean, you know, you got zoning torps, sure, maybe. But like, I do like the gun feeder for close range fights, always having the right ammo loaded. Same concept as Des Moines gun feeder. And that gives me one, right? So it's like kind of a chain, you know, a chain reaction of skills being added, and none of these really do anything. So IFA, but as you saw, it doesn't work. Maybe it never has, but I run it on a lot of ships, and that's the first time I've ever clearly noticed for a fact it didn't work. So I don't know if that's new. I do not know if that is a new bug or an old bug that I've never noticed. I feel like it's new, could be coping. I feel like it's new because I have run IFA on certain like I've run IFA on Colbert for years. And I've never noted, like, I've never been dev struck by a Vermont because the IFA didn't work. So, yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah, interesting. Very interesting, though, to be sure. So that's the captain build. Not maybe the most optimal. Like I said, though, at long, here's my theory, right? At long range, if I'm going full concealment, the top grade gunner is only kicking in when I'm inside my detect range. And so I'm getting the fire starting that top grade gunner on Lighthouse would give me at all ranges. That I'm just missing out on 8% DPM on people in my mouth. You know, good or bad, you be the judge. Um, Not like a super optimal build, but it's not bad. I mean, it's fine. You can't really go wrong on this boat. You can build it however the fuck you want. It's really good. You know? This might be a trend with some of these steel will ships, guys. There might be a trend. The boat is balanced if you can build it however you want, and it's still god tier. What do we think? Um, and then of course, if you didn't tune in for the lighthouse, we'll look at the armor. Similar superstructure to Hindi, 30 everywhere except the nose and ass that are 25 instead of Hindi's 27. Turrets are kind of made out of paper compared to Hindi's well armored turrets. Um, that's basically the only material differences on the hull. Like, yes, you have more of a 40 icebreaker. I did mention that last time, but doesn't really matter at all in my experience. So that's part two of the Bremen review. I mean, to me, it's the ship to get. Like, if you're a cruiser player, it's the ship you get. If you're only getting one ship from Steel Will, it's Bremen to me. Um, for sure, for sure. I've played them all at this point. Well, I did not spend steel on the Submariner creature, and I did not spend steel on a tier 9 secondary cruiser. Sue me, I did not do that. But of the tier 10s that are real boats, Aki, Bremen, Hawaii, even Valparaiso, if we want to throw that one in there, this is the boat. This is probably the boat. The only reason why, like, maybe, so, okay, so I say that this is the boat, but here's the thing. You can have the exact same playstyle on Hindenburg for free. And Hindenburg is not worse than Bremen. It is worse against cruisers. It is worse against BBs with 38 or less. It is significantly better on up armored BBs, which are a lot of them, right? What did I say in the Hindenburg review, guys? Power creep has made Hindenburg better. Hindenburg is 3 times as relevant in 2025 as it was in 2018 or whenever. Because there's so much 51mm goddamn platings in the game that did not exist when Hindenburg came out. When Hindenburg came out, it helped you farm like 2 boats over Henri. And that was it. And now it helps you farm a shit ton. And the usual suspects, we've got Vermonts, and we've got Columbos, and we've got Russian cruisers. And being able to pen them all the time is very fucking cool, especially Vermont. Um, like, we would kill Vermont and Hindenburg in that game, right? Maybe we farm a bit less damage, but that last game, that loss, um, I would actually come out from that rock earlier in Hindenburg because I pen him everywhere with HE. The reason why I'm not coming out earlier in Bremen is if he angles and I can't use AP, my damage drops off a goddamn cliff. Whereas with Hindenburg, Hindenburg with triple damage buff in arms race, I'm gonna 8k that Vermont's main belt every fucking 7 seconds, and he's dead. He's got two chances to kill me, and then he's fucking dead. So, I mean, that's a really good example right there of how Hindenburg is not worse than Bremen. Because if I'm on that rock in 50k HP Hindenburg in that end game, I do not sit on that rock hiding from Vermont. I walk out. I trust that he can't do 60k in two shots. And if he doesn't do 60k in two shots, I kill him and we win. And Bremen, I have to hide because if he doesn't give me AP angles, I've got half the DPM on him as Hindi. So that's the thing with Bremen. It doesn't play really any different than Hindenburg. Maybe you can spam over rocks a little bit better. You got the zoning torps, but you don't play different. It's not like G-Nan torps versus Hindenburg torps. Where like I can play a totally different style of play with these torps. Like no. So, but for me, like yeah, I mean, it's just really good. It's just a really good cruiser. No gimmicks other than clown car DPM, right? Like there's no F key. There's no improved pen angles, destroyer dispersion to nuke broadside cruisers. There's no torp reload booster. There's no pan Asian smoke. It's just your mediocre hull, and god tier DPM. And that does it for me personally. So I really enjoy it. But it's in a weird spot. I do think it's the most fun of the steel wool boats, the most enjoyable for me personally to play. But you can play Hindenburg for free, and Hindenburg isn't worse. It's different. It's half the games you're going to do better in Bremen, half the games you're going to do better in Hindenburg. You know, that first game, right? We looked at the two replays this game, this review of the normal spec. First game, Bremen's better. We farm over islands. We pen everything we're shooting at, aside from Colombo, really. Bremen's better. Second game, I win in Hindenburg, right? I win that game in Hindenburg, no questions asked. I walk out, I clown car DPM Vermont with triple damage buff. He's cooked, dude. He shoots me every 35 seconds. In between those 35 seconds, I shoot him at any angle, AP or HE, for 40k in between salvos. So he's got two chances to kill me, or I kill him before salvo 3. And this thing I kind of have to hide because I'm against a high plating BB. So that's the difference, really, in a nutshell. Half the games, this is better. Half the games, Hindi is better, but Hindi is free. Now, the other way to look at that, of course, is it's like premium Hindenburgs. You can put your captain on and off it. And I didn't mention this probably in either review yet, but Lutyens is better on this than Hindenburg. Definitely. You just have way more shells. So, you know, you need 140 main battery shell hits to get a 7.5% DPM buff. This shoots 16 shells every 4.5 seconds. Hindenburg shoots 12 shells every, maybe 8 seconds, depending on your build. So you're gonna farm Lutyens in the first minute of firing your guns in this boat. You basically get Lutyens buff, whereas Hindenburg typically takes about 5 minutes to get it. So it's kind of like a Z42, Z52 situation, right? Very similar DPM, but more shell volume equals Lutyens farm faster equals more DPM early, longer, so that's why, again, it's like a more snowball effect in games where you pen everything. Bremen's even better than Hindenburg because you get Lutyens like instantaneously, Montana pushing down the flank, you get Lutyens off him in 1 minute. Pretty cool. Anyway, we are rambling, always. So yes, that will do it for the Bremen Part 2 inspection of normal build. It's really good. I prefer normal build. But Lighthouse is great, and if you're in a div, probably go Lighthouse for more DPM. Why not? As always, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.